So this is second part of my three-part series of how real estate agents make money online with Web3. In today's video, I would share details of the sort of transactions that you as a real estate agent looking to get into the Web3 world of real estate agency can get involved in legitimately to earn yourself some money. So if you feel so inclined to learn these procedures, grab your pen and notepads and let's get right into the video. Everyone, so you're welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Money. Call me Mo. I am a businessman and I share content related to business, finance, and general money tips through literature, art, and music. If you are new here, you're welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much. Before I get right into today's video, I'd like to share with you a quick disclaimer. Please note that the information I shared here today is solely for educational purposes and should neither be treated as business, finance, advertisement, nor legal advice. Thank you so very much. You're welcome, Matt. So I will discuss 5 property transactions that real estate agents could get involved in Web3. And this could be decentralized property finance for real estate, that's DeFi, smart contracts for leases. You could also get involved in NFTs for property ownership, decentralized property listings, as well as property tokenization. I will discuss this in more details in the coming scenes. Now, I'm going to begin with decentralized property listings, and you may be wondering what type of properties could you find or could you list on the Web3. There are so many properties that you can list there, or different types of properties. You could decide to list REITs, that is real estate investment trusts, and for investment purposes. You could also decide to list commercial properties, residential properties, vacation or short-term properties like Airbnbs, land parcels, whether in their physical or in their virtual form, real estate development projects. If you're also into luxury projects as well, you can also do that, and also have raw and undeveloped land. There's really no limit to what you can do in Web3. Again, it is a disruptive space and it is relatively new. So if you want to list properties on there, you have to be sure that you understand how that process works. You understand blockchain technology and everything I discussed in the first part of this video. Additionally, I'm going to discuss better on all of this type of properties in the final part of this video, and you do not want to miss it. In traditional real estate transactions, you'll find that parties tend to first of all agree orally to all the terms and conditions they want to be governed by. Now, these terms are further reduced into writing, or I would say into a codified form where parties are later allowed to sign. The moment parties assign that agreement or execute the agreement becomes binding. Now, the whole process is a little bit different with Web3 related transactions. What happens is that we are in the era of smart contracts with Web3. And smart contracts are self-executing contracts having their terms directly written into code. It is governed by blockchain technology, which is made to ensure transparency, security, and immutability. Even though I have a little bit of issues with the immutability, I would say that because this whole process of transaction is in its infancy stage, I believe that a lot of reforms or a lot of changes is going to happen in the coming years. But the best part is it allows parties to easily automate their contracts once they have agreed on all other things related to the transaction. There's transparency, there's also security, and then decentralization. Now, I like the fact that the aspect of signing that agreement or the agreement could be done by parties digitally signing through their MetaMask or through their cryptocurrency wallets, such as MetaMask, to approve the contract. Now, their signatures usually logged on the blockchain, ensuring that both parties have agreed to the terms. Now, this is the part I said I have an issue with immutability. Under traditional real estate transactions or any other contract whatsoever, parties could decide to amend the terms of their agreement. Now, the process of amending the terms of your agreement could allow you to be able to create an addendum to the main agreement. So, if you want to amend or you want to make some changes to the already existing contracts, you could decide to create an addendum. And in most cases, it is always advisable to have the provisions for an addendum in the main agreement. So, with this immutability aspect of transactions or smart contracts with Web3, I hope that is something that could be considered in the nearest future if it is currently not considered, because immutability allows for no change to the terms of the agreements whatsoever by any parties or anybody. But things happen, times change, policies change, a number of things change. So I think that with time, that aspect will be sorted. So if you're a real estate agent and you are that person who is into all of this place, I also believe that in the course of the negotiations between parties, your fees and every other thing would also be enshrined in that agreement, so that once parties have executed digitally as well, nothing is being changed, no terms is being changed, and you also get your fees as agreed. Now we are on to the decentralized property financing with Web3. I think that I'm really fascinated about this whole topic, because if I compared the whole aspect of real estate transactions in the physical format and then with the Web3, a lot of things are at much variance. Now, unlike the traditional transactions where everything has to be done physically, you also have to involve a bank, either a mortgage bank or a financier, or even if you aren't relying on mortgage, you're buying outrightly, you also still have to rely on an institution for that transaction to be completed. Web3 doesn't allow that. Everything about Web3 is decentralized because of the blockchain technology, and every other thing is automated. Now, in respect to financing, this allows blockchain technology and this decentralized finance platforms to facilitate transactions. So there could be peer-to-peer transfer of monies within that blockchain technology, and also financing projects or investing in real estate without the need for traditional financial intermediaries like banks and mortgage lenders. And that's why this system is really different. That way, it reduces time that, regular traditional real estate transactions usually would take. This allows you to be able to complete transactions as quickly as possible, with parties signing through their crypto wallet and then having a firm transaction that can be, you know, that should be able to be enforced when there's a breach. I believe and I know that the laws or the regulations regarding real estate transactions with Web3 is definitely going to grow better than this, because really, in as much as we want everything to be decentralized, we also have to ensure that people's rights and interests are protected in case there is a breach from the part of a person onto the other. But generally, I'm enjoying and liking the way the decentralized process is with Web3 and real estate transactions. And so let me know in the comments if you're really learning something about this whole process. Now, I like this aspect, which would be the final aspect in this part of the video. And this is largely property tokenizations and then NFTs for property ownership. I know that they both go hand in hand, because you can't talk about property tokenization without referring to NFT within the Web3 space. Now, for the purpose or for the purpose of better clarity, tokenization is just a process of converting the ownership of real estate into digital tokens that represent a share or fraction of that property. So that allows people to be able to invest, buy, invest either wholly or in fractional portions. Now, where does NFT come in? NFTs are largely, particularly with real estate transactions under Web3, are used to a large extent to mint certain aspects of ownership in certain properties. Now, under traditional real estate transactions, the only way you could show that you own a particular property is to show a title deed. I'm sure a number of us must have seen what a title deed is, or an agreement that shows in its contents that you own that property either by an outright purchase, or it was a gift, or something that inherited via a will or through any other means that are legally permissible. Now, with tokenization and with NFTs, they allow, investments, commercialization, let me put it that way, of properties into smaller portions, and allow people to be able to buy them either in whole or fractionally. Now, what NFTs do is to allow you be able to own such properties via the use of NFTs. You mint those portions of the properties that you own or the fraction that you own, and then you can hold it as an owner. I can also transfer ownership when you feel like you want to transfer it.
More of these details and every other details relating to all the other 5 aspects or ways in which you could invest in real estate as a real estate agent or anybody who is trying to invest in real estate or trying to know what the real estate under Web3 is. All of this and more I will discuss in the final part of this video. So don't hesitate to be a part of that final part.
In this video up to this point, I congratulate you. Take advantage of everything AI and Web3 is offering. I'll see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.